Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution. Last time, when we left off, I was standing outside Isaiah Sandoval's door, confused as to why he was attacking me, instead of entering a conversation. Well, I now know a few things. I know that he enters the conversation where he attempts to commit suicide and you talk him down, if Bill Taggart has disowned him. Now, that particular plot flag where Taggart disowns him is supposed to have two triggers. Whether you win the social battle with Taggart, or if you plant the conversation on Taggart's computer, that's supposed to turn Sandoval suicidal. However, most people report that this gets screwed up if you do the side quests, Acquaintances Forgotten, or Smash the State, before talking to Sandoval. Now, it's not 100%, but enough people have reported that as the problem that I'm going to try to fix it that way. Additionally, they say that you don't have to start a completely new game. It's enough to have a save at the beginning of the second visit to Detroit, because none of the relevant flags get set or messed up any earlier than that. I, of course, didn't have any earlier save, so I had to start over at the beginning. As you will see, however, I have learned from my mistakes. I have here a brand new permanent save at the start of every new section, which is a habit I'm going to continue with. So, here is a new save at the start of Jensen's apartment building. I did my best to do everything prior to this, identical to what you've seen in the videos. I have the exact same experience and the exact same logs. I think I have fewer credits this time around, because when I realized how little I would need credits by the end, I didn't bother selling some of the doing repeat sales on combat rifles and shotguns in Detroit like I did at the beginning. But that ought to be the only difference. Anyway, here we are back at the start of our second visit to Detroit. The good news is, since you've already seen the other videos, which I'm going to leave up because, you know, it shows me unlocking achievements and talking to all the civilians and getting all of the flavor text, I'll have to do everything again, but since you've already seen it, I can at least skip reading the emails, skip cutscenes, skip conversations where possible, all that kind of stuff. So, let's get started the same way. Should get 100 XP for rolling back here. And there should be something good back here, too. Ah, yes, a Cyber Boost Pro Energy Jar. And an ammunition count weapon mod. We also need to hop into this air shaft, if Jensen's willing. Let's just Icarus down. That's more fun. Now, word is the side quests are what matter. So, we got 100 credits down here, or 100 XP and 615 credits, excuse me. So we just need to... We can't avoid triggering Acquaintances Forgotten, but we shouldn't do anything else until we have talked to Sandoval. And the word is, if we accomplish that, then everything should be good. So, let's... Like I said, we don't have to do flavor conversations anymore, which is nice. We can just bull straight on into Jensen's apartment and talk to David Sarif.
Let's not waste any time. We're talking augmentations, and how by not allowing us to have them, they are essentially stripping our ability to defend ourselves away from us.
Alright. We'll just skip the cutscene. And I got a praxis point, just like last time. Spend it right there on my sprint enhancement. Yeah, we're right back where we were. We'll do hyperoxygenation and then 1 and 2. And then I'll do radar 2. Oh yes, the first of those weird glitches.
Jensen!
Slow.
What?
Wayne.
Research at all times. We invite critics and
Shut up, Zhao.
Too, but there's no telling how long it'll be.
Gotta hack this computer.
Access granted.
Now we should be ready to leave. We can skip all of the exploring the DRB territory and whatnot that we did last time, which is good. Do think I'll go ahead and knock out the one random punk that's still worth combat XP. Then I'll just leave.
Fuck them cops, man.
Yeah, they can't tell us to get up.
You're going down! I'm gonna get you, asshole! Run, you bastard! Go ahead! You heard it?
Well, maybe I should be more careful than that. I'd rather not get shot, and I'd rather not trigger a
Fuck them
firefight
cops,
either.
man.
Yeah, they can't tell us to get off the streets. We own these blocks as much as they do.
They must have locked up all our brothers.
I told you we was living in a police state.
He's gonna come over here and pee. I think that'll be by far the best opportunity to take him down by himself. Even if his buddies are still watching.
Son of a bitch! We need help here! Get your hands off me. You ain't supposed to be here!
Dang it. Alright, another new plan. Let's bring some of those big crates over here. Wall off where he takes his leak. Hopefully one's enough. Well, he's gonna turn around and head back, but he'll be back over eventually, so... Probably need at least 2 of these anyway. I have to admit, I'm forced to wonder why I didn't think of this the first time. I have the opportunity to do a third playthrough of, you know, the first half plus of the game has given me the chance to refine a lot of my strategies. get a little bit more patient, get a better handle on what does and doesn't work. But there, that'll turn it back up right. Okay, he's coming back over. When he gets there, we'll wall him off. We'll try knocking him out. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, not enough energy. Perfect. There's my 50 combat XP. That's all I wanted. I'm gonna leave him right here. He should be completely safe from detection, and I will move on. I'm going to do the repeat hacks from the first visit while I'm out here. But other than that, I'm pretty much going to go straight through the main quest.
I'd seen the footage, but that shit could be doctored easily.
It'll be much faster not bothering to talk to everybody, since we already know everything they say, because we've all already seen the videos. Start with Sarat. We'll go ahead and see what he's restocked too. Inventory space is not at a premium anymore, which is nice. I know we can rehack the computer across from him. I remember this grid too. It's a big and complicated one.
This is exactly what they want. Show intent to revolt. Display a penchant for anarchy. It just gives the government and their army to crack down. So Detroit, Rio, Toronto, Sydney.
30 seconds should be plenty of time. Get everything else. Just one more data store, and then the exit.
Access granted.
Beautiful. Let's stop by Sarat's right quick.
What you want?
I'm afraid.
Done.
And I think Grayson has the damage upgrade I need to once again fully outfit my pistol. And before we leave here, we can also rehack the computer in the MCB gang's apartment. I know you've seen me do all this already, but you may remember I didn't want to make you watch everything again, since the first video, everything up to this was essentially identical. But I want to show you the route I'm taking, just to make sure that it works for accomplishing the battle with social battle with Sandoval. Alright, got everything.
Access granted.
No new emails, nothing like that. Oh, and this time I did get the concussion grenade out of here on my first trip. Alright. Let's just keep sweeping these old apartments.
You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and the...
Head into the eastern
Training exercises for augmented soldiers? How do
eastern
they
building
train?
now.
I haven't seen the footage, so I'm not going to make any assumptions. Well, I have, and it's exactly what people are saying. How can you say that? It's so easy to document
Alright.
Access granted.
Got that. Take the lower exit, it doesn't really matter. We can rehack O'Malley's computer, the computer in the chop clinic in this building. That's Tyndall's apartment. That doesn't do me any good. Okay.
Access granted.
Nothing else in there. Let's go upstairs again. Get the one in the chop clinic. This video will be pretty repetitive. I'm sorry about that. The only thing we'll get to that you haven't already seen is, I'm assuming, the correct conversation with Sandoval. And I do apologize. It is a bug, it's not a mistake that I made, but doesn't seem like they're really invested in fixing that particular bug anytime soon. So we're just gonna have to cope with it. Excuse me.
Access granted.
I accidentally used stop worm. I didn't want to, but I'm swimming in those things now, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, that's it for this building. Let's hit Greg Thorpe's safe. In the last of these buildings.
You okay, sweetheart?
Anyway, from what I've read, the key is to avoid the side quests. From what I've seen, it doesn't really matter how you do the main quests, as long as you resolve the Taggart objective in one of the two ways.
What'll it be?
No thanks. I'll buy up your mine templates and your EMP grenade and your concussion grenades. Why not? I'll buy up your software too. Money is no object at this point. There's the damage upgrade I need. Alright, we're out of here.
Always a pleasure.
Now, I think this is the exact same spot I had it in the first time. I've got my fully tricked out pistol. Let's make one more EMP mine. And a couple more frag mines with the other 2 templates. I never did stop at Greg Thorpe's and hack the safe, did I? Got too excited about seeing Grayson. That covers all of the hacks we can repeat on this second visit.
Access granted.
Now, we'll get out of here. I am going to stop by the limb clinic. When I approach it, no matter what, if you did the requisite tasks in the first visit, Pritchard will contact you as you walk by here to start Acquaintances Forgotten.
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarif opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court. In case you want to get chatty with him, too.
So we'll carry the starting objective of Acquaintances Forgotten with us, but since word is that's what triggers the bugs,
Will you be purchasing any?
we won't mess with any side quests, excuse me, until everything else is done. There we go. Buy out everything. Buy out everything at the limb clinic too. All right, I'll spend both of these on hyperoxygenation, just so I can sprint around. Like I say, we're running out of things to spend our praxis on. I'll put the next point in radar too. For now, we're gonna go take care of Taggart.
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
All right. There's a ghost bonus here, so I'm gonna make a save at the start of the area. I'm just gonna head straight for... Oh yes, there's the glitch. I'm gonna head straight for Taggart's you know, secure area.
When he Pharaoh discovered the secret of augmentation, he gave us the chance.
You don't have to get up again.
Here we are. I say we do this the easiest way possible. Get the ghost bonus, then worry about everything else. So let's just sneak through the vent.
Any idea how long before the speech is over?
Not too long now. I'll escort Taggart backstage and you make sure nobody tries to sneak in.
I'll take a walk and make sure everyone else.
Oh. Went the wrong way in the vent. I'd like to keep those guys standing where they are.
Call still at his post.
Yeah. Backstage area is completely blocked off.
I hope you remember I showed you the Taggart conversation the first time through. Hopefully you remember the rationale for why we're skipping it. The simple answer is
Turn this off.
Why? Don't you want to know what's going on out there?
this is actually worth about 275, not about exactly, more experience. So 100 XP for dropping into this room. Then we'll hack Taggart's computer. There is one data store on it.
Access granted.
Sarif, Sandoval's in Detroit. Hold up in some apartment building on Grand River Road. I'm heading there now.
Alright. But Adam, you think Taggart's involved?
There's no hard evidence yet to prove it.
Too bad. But you know there could be. If you upload that data recording you got in Montreal onto his computer...
You're asking me to frame him?
We could lose everything, Adam, given the mood out there. We may have to get our hands dirty to fix it. What, you got a problem with that?
Not at all.
No problem at all.
Good. Sarif out.
Okay, just make sure I got my ghost and smooth operator bonuses. That's the other 750 for the upload. Yes, very good. Now I'm actually, to the extent I can, I'm just going to head straight back out the way I came in, because we can come back to the convention center. After visiting Sandoval, at least I think we can. In the interest of making sure the conversation goes correctly, I'm going to do everything I can to just get straight to Sandoval. Everything else will come later. Whee. And right back out here. Oh, excuse me.
Come on. Jensen?
Nick.
Yeah. No.
Nick.
Listen.
Nick. How did...
What?
I remember...
Hey.
Well,
Oh.
Okay.
Fine.
Well.
Remember, use the beta hormones.
Look, Nick.
Or pheromones.
No.
Yeah.
Got it.
I know.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to accept Smash the State, too. As long as I don't do it Everything should be okay. Got to keep ignoring the side quests.
Now we stand at the edge. Yes.
I'm even gonna sneak past all the Purity First guys. Well, maybe not all of them. A few are in conversations, making a double takedown. Much easier to accomplish than it is if you let them separate.
You sure you closed the door?
Yeah. Of course I did. What do you think I am? An idiot?
You know...
Like those two. Where's the apartment? Oh yeah, I remember. It's on the same level as the guys I knocked out. And Zeke's in here. He's trying to bait us with a praxis kit. We'll just knock him out too, because you can only get a single takedown on him anyway, and he's right in our way.
You blew it, man!
Oh, come on, Jensen. Alright, maybe we'll briefly cloak and then get into the room. Then we'll do the single takedown. Still don't feel like killing Zeke, even though he's definitely inclined to kill us. Just gonna knock him out. There's the pocket secretary. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this praxis kit now. Once Zeke has been handled, you can grab it without repercussions. Guess I'll get radar 2 with it, and then next, what do you think? Finish out the retinal prosthesis next. There's nothing on the body, of course. I guess I might as well do some of this since I'm in here, rather than force myself to come back. I figured there had to be a way to open the big fancy door, but I can't really see anything. Anyway, let's hack the safe right quick.
Access granted.
No problem. We got frag mine, and a bunch of credits. On top of some other ammo, if you're interested. Here's, I'll break this wall right quick.
Pritchard, looks like Sandoval's got a secret bunker. I'm gonna flush him out.
Let's hope he's still there.
Oh, you know what? There it is. That's the way you can get in without punch through walls. Let's just
Why do we always get assigned to the
land
shittiest
silent
spots?
going.
Yeah, why would anyone come down here?
I think they're afraid someone's gonna try to sneak a bomb into the Doc's locker.
I'd be more worried about what's in the Doc's head than what's in his locker.
Get those two guys down. Well, this just goes straight back up to the apartment. I think, yeah, right through the big secret door. Make sure there's nothing I need around here. Including these other lockers. I don't want to... I'll mess with these guys later. For now, let's just sneak through them. Oops. I forgot until a second too late that cloak doesn't protect me from mines. Instead, let's sneak through here. There's another 100 XP. Oops. I was already at the point where I needed to slow down. I'm gonna wait for this guy to pass me, I think.
If Sandoval doesn't come out of there in a few minutes, I'm going in.
Okay. Just get through the lasers. Now let's go slow. We'll do everything else after Sandoval. So here we are. Hopefully things go differently this time.
And
yes.
This is why I urge every member of my staff, every man and woman dedicated to the true mission of the Humanity Front, to do the same. Isaias, if you're watching this, I beg you, do not allow misplaced anger to destroy everything we have struggled to achieve.
It's over. He knows I can't come back from that.
Everybody knows, Sandoval. You can't hide from what you've done.
What I've done, Mr. Jensen. I spent years patching people back together from augmentation botch jobs and systemic organ rejection brought on by implants. And now, because of Bill's betrayal, I'll never practice medicine again.
You really want to help someone? Tell me where Sarif scientists are.
I wish I could, Mr. Jensen. But my involvement ended right after I failed to remove their GPLs.
You failed?
Turns out, My surgical skills weren't good enough to bypass David Sarif's insurance policy. So for all I know, those little implants are broadcasting right now. On a frequency so low your network specialist wouldn't think to look for it.
You changed the frequencies.
You have your answers, Mr. Jensen. And I've lost all of mine. The courts may think I have much to atone for, but my court will be a higher one.
Here we go.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Personality traits.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
Irrational.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame.
Insecure.
I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis.
Apathetic.
Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
Psychological profile. Desperately needs someone who can unearth the good in him, can easily fall into a gloom state from which he needs to be elevated, tends to rationalize events so he doesn't have to deal with them. Forcing him to get through is the only answer. That's tough love.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's bullshit. You need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily. I made it my life's work to try and help people. But Humanity Front was losing people to the so-called enhancement industry every day. Those scientists were my last chance to stop the insanity, and I failed. If anything, my actions helped the pro-augmentation camp.
Let's empathize.
I hear what you're saying. You care too much. I know what that's like. Too well. Because I've been there. You want to fix everything right away. You want it so much you start trying too hard. Trust me, if you deal with the smaller, easier stuff first, the big things don't look so big.
On the other hand, if you break an infinite problem into smaller pieces, you still have an infinite number of pieces to contend with.
That was not
Ever
right.
since the kidnapping, I've been haunted.
No, it was.
Knowing I'm partly responsible for innocent people losing their lives. The shame I feel. The guilt. I'm a mass murderer. I can't even look my wife in the eyes knowing that. I have destroyed everything.
Let's empathize again, or maybe inspire. Let's empathize.
We all have problems, Sandoval. We all have something to atone for. You, me, even Taggart. Your wife will understand that, as will the rest of your family. They'd rather see you live and atone for what you've done than watch you die in shame. Whatever lies ahead, they aren't gonna let you face it alone.
I wish I had your certainty, Mr. Jensen. But you are correct. For the sake of my family, I must give this another try. Take the gun. I don't need it anymore.
There we go.
Pritchard, Get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
Okay, that went perfectly. We got Ghost and Smooth Operator. We got the Silver Tongue bonus for winning the social battle. I have a Praxis point, which I guess I'll use to get Flash Suppressant. It's the only thing left that's even kind of useful. Well, that's not true. I'll get Smart Vision next. Then I'll really be out of things that aren't not only are useful, but aren't useless. Anyway, that should have given us an achievement. It did. The Last Straw. You talked Dr. Isaiah Sandoval out of suicide. That's 34 out of 49 achievements, up to 69%.
Thousands of angry rioters.
You don't need to babysit me, Mr. Jensen. I have no intention of killing myself anymore. Nor will I resist arrest when the police arrive. I assume your people have already contacted them?
If they haven't yet, they will be soon.
Then go. Use the information I gave you to track down your scientists. With any luck, they will still be alive.
The men who kidnapped them, the soldiers?
I don't know who they were. Only last names. Barrett and Namir. I sensed they were highly trained professionals.
Working for who?
I didn't ask. My brother, Ezekiel, put them in touch with me.
Your brother? Not Taggart?
Bill wouldn't be so stupid as to get his own hands dirty. I see that now. He's like Teflon. Nothing ever sticks. If I knew anything more, I would tell you. But the men who kidnapped your people made sure my knowledge of their plans was minimal. You don't need to wait with me, Mr. Jensen. I will not resist my fate when it arrives. Just go and find your people. With any luck, the GPL implants will still be active. Just go and find your people.
Okay.
With any luck, the GPL implants will still be...
I'm gonna make a new save right now just because I'm frankly so thrilled that that turned out correctly this time. Now I need to sweep back through for all of the available experience. Oh, come on. Of course, I don't need to worry about stealth anymore, which makes things a little easier, but all the same, it's usually easier if you stay stealthy. Unless you have just 2 guys left that you're trying to pull together for a double takedown. I need to disarm these mines before I get too busy doing anything else. So that's that. That's how it's supposed to go. Thank goodness it went correctly on the second try. And I've learned my lesson. New save at the beginning of every section. I just have to get over my OCD about save clutter. There's one more of these.
Someone there?
Pull this guy out here for a single takedown.
Yo, if you're here, you better come out.
Wasting my time. No one's here.
Okay, we got him. That leaves us 4 guys to deal with, and we can get 2 double takedowns for them. You might remember how I arranged it in the last video. It'll be the exact same thing this time. Let's start by heading through here. Oh, dang it. They'll sometimes go straight to hostile. We can't have that.
What was that?
Oh. I see the problem. The guy behind me is turning around to have a look. Maybe I should try to get the two standing guys first. Let's get the other body. Nice and quick like. There we go. Now there are only two guys left. One double takedown should be no big deal.
What was that? Someone there?
Oh, dang it, they were right next to each other. That would have been easy if I'd had just a little more foresight and rushed them faster. That's okay. We can do it again.
Yo. I saw something move over
there. Damn. That time I cloaked a little too soon. I've started using hotkeys to consume my cyber boost nutrients.
The hell was that?
Oh, and that time I forgot to have one. Oh my. Just could never quite get it right until you do.
Yo. I saw something move over there.
Did you? Okay.
What was that?
There we go. All right. Got all that handled. That's good. Let's head over here. As soon as my energy cell recharges, I'll break open this wall. $200 XP and a cyber boost bar. Get through the lasers, and let's hack the alarm panel.
Access granted.
Disable it. Let's hack the laser terminal.
Access granted.
Disable it. And that's it for out here. And now let's clean out Sandoval's office. Now this stuff I don't think I've read yet. Practical Shootist Monthly, featured in this month's hard-packed edition. We review the latest iteration of a classic, the Stasiak Arms Expo Compound Crossbow System, and we ask if the silent kill is truly the best. Live fire analysis of the new modified SMG in development for Germany's Bundespolizei GSG-9 division. Columnist Rick Tiplady discusses the history of a masterpiece, the 357 Python. Gun control, managing recoil through augmented cyber limbs for 50 caliber rounds and above. Our technology consultant looks at the next generation of non-lethal firearms, including the new gun out of Hong Kong's Connaught Technologies, the Pulsed Energy Projection System. On location, this month we joined the Austin Police Department's Hostage Rescue Unit. We examined the latest advances in liquid matrix armor, the Skull Gun and other implanted firearms, real, fantasy, or nightmare, op-ed, why is it wrong to have a flamethrower, plus all our usual features and columns. On the bed, we've got some revolver ammo and another ebook. No Better, The Myth of Human Augmentation by William Taggart. I find myself returning to a story that touched my life. A story about Ezekiel, a young man torn apart by the trauma of augmentation. A man I was lucky enough to be able to help. Ezekiel was a Marine who had been severely wounded in the Gulf. Believing he had something to prove, he asked to be augmented and returned to duty. But when his tour was over, the shock of his changed self sent him into a spiral of despair. He looked for death back home, and there our paths crossed. I was able to turn him around, to convince him to have his augmentations removed. After recovering in a Humanity Front clinic, Ezekiel was able to return to the man he'd once been, and became a model case for our group's beliefs. He was truly healed. And, most important, on the desk in front of Sandoval, Hugh Darrow ebook. Dermal Modification Processes, Deus Industries Developmental Study 2019. The approach that Tai Young Medical, Isolay, and all the others are using is crude and unsophisticated. What we're discussing here is a method by which the skin of a human being can be altered to resemble organic body armor. That's not to say like the hide of a rhinoceros, despite whatever the advertising campaigns might say. The process is simple in logistical terms, although to the implantee it's lengthy and I would warrant quite painful, but in the end no more demanding than the work of a cosmetic surgeon upon a vain patient craving good looks. A mesh of thin-layered material is implanted directly below the epidermis. The armor, per se, is covered in a G-loop coating that bonds directly to tissue without rejection, and once the skin is allowed to heal, it becomes a seamless part of the body. Under point of impact, the implantee's skin will still break and suffer bleeding/lesions, but the new armor layer beneath, a sandwich of carbon nanotubes floating in a sheer thickening gel, will absorb most of the impact, preventing, as it were, all but the most terminal penetration trauma. That's interesting. There's nothing else over here. So, let's move out into the sewers. There's a breakable wall out here somewhere. Ah, yes, right here. Another 200 XP for coming in here, as well as an ammunition count, weapon mod, and 2 credit chips. 328 total. And finally, as we move on down, there's a gate here, which we can hack open. Level 1. I didn't want to nuke that. Oh well. It's not like I'm hurting for nukes. 25 XP, and we're back in the sewers under Derelict Row. I believe that's where this is. The ladder out should be over here. Now I'm going to go back to the convention center and do all of the little extra XP bits that I skipped. Now that the Sandoval objective has been completed the way I want it to be, and I've got all my stealth bonuses already, Oh, and I guess I should point out the new main goal is meet Malik on the roof of my apartment building. Turns out Sandoval didn't remove Megan's GPL implant, he switched it to a lower frequency. I may be able to find her if I get to HQ, but rioters are still blocking the street entrance. Good thing Malik can fly me over, provided I meet her on the Chiron building's helipad. She will, but...
Now we stand at the edge. Yes. It's almost...
Let's head back to the convention center and take care of all that. Now at this point the video is going to be and remain repetitive because you've already seen the minutiae in the convention center and you've seen the 2 side quests. I'm just going to do it all as quickly as I can. There should be at least some small comfort in not having anything to read. We can't take the back door unless we come out of it in the first place. There's actually not a whole lot to do in here. We just have... The most important thing is to get the ebook. On my first playthrough, I missed the doctorate achievement by 1. I had 28 out of 29 ebooks, and the one I missed was the one backstage here at the convention center. Alright, let's get backstage to the security hub, which I think is also in Taggart's room. Shutting off the cameras seems like a wise first step to me. Well, let's hack this bad boy open. Can't get to the red sectors. There are 2 data stores. Okay. Nothing too crazy.
Access granted.
And we're good. Let's turn off the cameras. Is there anything else inside here? If I punch this open, right now I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna hear it. So, come on. Jensen, I need you to jump, son. There we go.
And members of the UN to tour our facilities firsthand. They will find nothing but order, progress, and moral responsibility.
Shouldn't be.
Start taking dudes down now. We can do them in singles, since they don't give any combat XP. Leave him in here. Get this guy. possible. I don't really like my chances. Oh, good. Yes, he is far enough away from the other two. Alright, there are 5 alarm panels we need to hack. This is one of them. No, there shouldn't be anyone around to see me hack it, which is good.
Access granted.
Alright, that leaves 4.
I got a man down here. Nothing yet.
That one's got painkillers.
Ah, shit, I could have sworn someone was here.
Alright, that works out fine, because I'm not worried about stealth bonuses. As long as he doesn't set off an alarm, and he didn't. So now I can hack this one. That's the second out of 5. There will be 3 left now.
Access granted.
You'll notice we can't get into the press conference room anymore, even though we can get the eerie blue color change. That's no problem.
What's that?
Should be a simple matter to get this guy over here.
If anyone's here, come out now. I saw that.
Oh, oops. No dice. I think the trick is to get spotted and then duck outside. Right here we go.
If anyone's here, come out now.
Wait for that guy to turn around, and that should suffice to let me hack that 3rd alarm panel. Excuse me. We'll just pull him out of sight, get his 56 credits. And hack the alarm panel.
Access granted.
That's 3 out of 5. Oh yeah, and here's the storage room. I guess I'll go ahead and poke around in. Get the credit chip from back here.
I want the world to know that we at Taeyong Medical have not and never will condone these experiments. This company prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical approach to research at all times. We invite critics to tour our facilities firsthand. They will find nothing but order, progress, and moral responsibility.
Looks as if the ball is now firmly in the United Nations court. This is Eliza Cassan reporting to you live from Picus.
Need backup!
Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for. Maybe I need to close the door before I engineer that particular double takedown. If I can do that without alerting anyone, that'll be good. Okay, good.
Is anyone there?
Okay. All is well so far.
To know that we at Taeyong Medical have not and never will condone these experiments. This company prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical approach to research at all times. We invite critics and members of the UN to tour our...
He's got a cyber boost bar and machine pistol ammo. Here's the ebook, which I think I did already read. So we'll just make sure we get the 200 experience. Here is the 4th alarm panel.
Access granted.
Which we'll disable. Now, of course, we can take the direct route into here. We can go ahead and bust that wall open, just because we can. And we can head down here. This is where the last bit of experience in here can be had.
Any idea what's going on out there?
Apparently it's settling down a little. Police have cleared the streets.
I heard they were pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm happy we don't have to go out there.
Amen to that. All right, I'm gonna go back and make sure no one's sneaking.
Hey,
Stop!
Another easy double takedown. It is much easier once you already have your stealth bonuses, I have to say. With those two guys down, I have found that actually the best way to make sure you get the exploration bonus is to just jump down the middle of the stairwell, like so. Which is worth 200 XP. I know there's a vent in here too. And I've forgotten where exactly it leads. Oh yeah, just same area above the last guy. Let's take him down as well. Let's hack the 5th and final alarm panel.
Access granted.
And deactivate it. Okay. That's it for the convention center. So we'll head back out to Detroit City. Now we'll handle the 2 side quests, which should actually go much faster if I'm skipping all the talking. We'll do Acquaintances Forgotten first. And I'm just to make this video a little less of a waste of time, I might tack on the short trip to Sarif Industries at the end, too. Just give you something new to watch besides the single conversation with Isaiah. I'll go visit Brent Radford across from the MCBs. No need to listen to conversations anymore, which is good. Here's Radford.
Jensen?
Brent,
In the...
you need to talk.
No.
I'll be...
Okay, let's get the trauma kit, which is right back here. Let's give him the morphine shot.
Did you find the kit?
This should help with the bit.
Those...
What?
No.
Let's give him another
Focus.
shot.
Take...
Rep.
This...
You... I know. I'm leaving.
No.
I'm sure.
I know.
You need... Red.
Listen.
Why do you hate?
Because it
could...
No.
Let's empathize.
I understand.
A normal...
Use the alpha pheromones to convince him.
I don't think you really want to die, Red. Living...
You got...
Glad.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all done. We already got Kevorkian Complex, so I don't need to worry about that. Well, let's head out to the storage unit.
Pritchard, I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He's in pretty bad shape. You need to call it in, get an ambulance to his apartment stat.
Got it. And Jensen, don't get yourself killed. Okay?
Oh, Francis. I didn't know you cared.
Don't flatter yourself. I care about the security of this company. You getting yourself killed compromises that. So don't be stupid.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray landing tonight. We're working on it, yeah. Listen, believe me, we tried. The old man proved resilient. We left someone behind to watch him. If we need, we can go back, but I'm not sure how much more it will take. That's why we need Smith. We tried that already. Look, we can't get the safe open. That's why if you could, send Smith down. Right. Thank you, sir. And we'll contact you as soon as we have the information.
Okay.
What happened here? This is the spot. Let's get him!
Oh dang it, I thought the body might actually draw the two of them together. That was going to be awesome. Save me a lot of hassle if I can keep any gunshots from going off.
Hello? I heard you.
Well, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. I better wait until he wanders down the alley. Then I'll take these two guys down. Come on, bodyguard. Oops.
Stop him!
Yeah, as soon as they
Damn, am I hearing things?
There. Nice and easy. Did it give me a praxis point? I think it did. Oh, let's just finish off the retinal prosthesis. I really don't care about any of the augs that are left. Let's stash these guys in the storage unit. I just feel like they're a little bit safer in there. Alright. Let's get the computer.
Access granted.
We've read all those already. Let's get the safe.
Access granted.
Credit chip, read the ebook, get the pictures. Let's go find Michelle Walters. She's in this building. And we've already heard all the dialogue, so I'll just burn through it.
Did I?
No. Are these... Miss Walter is...
They...
Some...
What?
Miss...
Charmer, I think.
I would love to hear more.
Such the...
Fun.
He's...
Wait. So... Miss Walter... Miss...
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank...
Now we leave.
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's... family. But she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarif. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, with that done, let's tackle Smash the State. You've seen this already as well. Start by checking the metro tunnel.
They tripped me from behind and stripped me of my purse.
Sorry, but we've diverted all the trams. There are no more coming to this station. But how am I supposed to get home?
We'll check the bank. Nothing there. Search the alley behind the police station.
It's just embarrassing.
And now we'll pop down into the sewers. Don't forget. Crud. I think I quick saved as that was going off. No matter, we'll load the latest autosave. Which in this case actually will save me from my own stupidity. I thought I was able to get all the way around the corner, but I need to slow down sooner than that, apparently. That's all well and good. We need to hoard this stuff because the third boss fight with Namir can go one of two ways. It's pretty normal and actually really easy if you decline to get the new biochip in Hengsha. But if you're playing for maximum XP, you need to get the new biochip because getting it gives you 250 experience points. That means you have to fight Namir without any of your augmentation, so It pays to hoard explosives, I guess is what I'm getting at. Oh, good lord. Sorry, folks, I'm gonna have to do the autosave again. I got too excited. I thought I had them all. Just wasn't paying attention. Here, we can speed things up a little bit at least. We'll get this right, I promise. Alright. Nice and slow until I'm sure they're all gone. Or at least 5. There might be 6. I don't know. When I get the 5th one, before I do anything else, I'm just gonna stop and listen to see if anything is still beeping. That would be smart, wouldn't it? Yeah, there are 6, because there's definitely one over there, too, I think. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I see it. Got the 5th one right here, and there's a 6th one right over here. Now that should be it. Now, white is back here. There it is. Search the sewers. Done. Now we need to take out Jacob White. There he is. All right. Now we need to handle his turrets without accidentally killing him, of course. I prefer to accomplish that task with frag mines. Save my EMPs for box guards. Missed the throw. That's okay. We're already almost done. It's just... There's one. Two. Well, that's one way of disabling Jacob's bomb, but frankly I would prefer to accomplish the hack and not lose out on 100 XP, so I guess I'll just move the turret a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Now everything should still be nice and steady. Okay. With that done, we will hack the security hub.
Access granted.
Nothing on it, but we still get the awesome. Now let's disable the bomb by hacking it. Remember, the code is 0000, and you get an achievement. You get the lucky guess achievement for that.
Access granted.
Now the bomb is disabled, and we can return to Officer Nicholas to wrap up this little side quest. Let's jog on back to him.
Don't get your panties in a bunch if you get hung up on. Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information.
All the way back to the convention center.
I really appreciate you.
We're in the clear. Great.
Oh,
But, yeah.
Nora 92 to Central.
Alright, I have no need for the silencer, so I'll just leave it. Got a praxis point. Guess I'll spend it on recoil compensation.
Come in, Central. Over.
Nora 92.
Just so I can turn the Armog green. Now it's all the way back to the Chiron building. So again, I'm sorry for the repetitive video. Let me see how I'm doing on video time. 98 minutes. Yeah, I think I can tack on the visit to Sarif.
And now we stand at the edge. Yes, it's almost too late. Listen.
So if I don't tack Sarif on, it'll be a very short next video. And if I do, it shouldn't make this one too long. And it'll put a little bit of new stuff in this one, which is what I'm after. Oh, let's head up the elevators. And we'll have new people to talk to. That's always nice, too. Head straight to the other elevator and get back up to the helipad. This is it for Detroit. You don't get to come back. So if you like Adam's apartment, make sure to pay one last visit, pay your respects, all that jazz. There she comes.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Ready.
Yeah. Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
You said it.
Alright, that was meeting Malik was a whopping 750 XP. That's always fun. No more skipping cutscenes. We haven't seen these before. And we need to talk to everybody in here.
Hey, I got a message for you, Jensen. From Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
Meet Sarif in the penthouse. Alright, Malik's staying inside her chopper, so let's talk to everyone on the helipad.
We got the whole team in to handle the situation, Adam. It's under control. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow was in here talking to Sarif, the father of augmentation technology. They'd mob rush the place. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow was in here talking to augmentation technology. They'd mob rush the place.
We received word from DPD, Adam. They think the riot's run its course. Apparently they're just mopping up out there. Shouldn't be long before we can send people home. Apparently they're just mopping up out there.
Don't think there's anyone at in the helipad storage, but I'll check. Nope. We can rehack computers, just like we could out in Detroit.
Stay relaxed. The riot can last forever, and we'll be free to go soon.
But my car, what if they vandalize it? I just got a new paint job.
You'll be alright. Just be happy that you're safe. You have your health. That's all that's important.
Oh God, do you think the company would cover the damage?
I doubt it.
Jensen, just who I wanted to see. Can you move my car? Probably not, huh? Can you move my car? Probably not, huh?
Any word on when we can leave the building? You'd be a prime suspect out there with all those implants. You'd be a prime suspect out there with all the...
Hey, boss. Nothing much to report. The front door is secure, and no one will get in. Don't know what triggered this, but we're not getting out until it calms down. Don't know what triggered this. We're not getting out until it calms down.
We're holding down the fort, Mr. Jensen. No word yet from Detroit PD on how much longer we'll be here. No word yet from Detroit PD on how much longer...
Alright, let's talk to these guys.
Boss, you'll never guess what. That millionaire Hugh Darrow is here. Have you been up to see Mr. Sarif? He wanted to make sure you got up there. Maybe you'll meet Mr. Darrow. Have you been up to see Mr. Sarif? He wanted to make sure you got up there. Maybe you'll meet Mr. Darrow.
Mr. Jensen, did you hear? The cops picked up that Sandoval bastard. Found him hiding in the sewers. That's where he belongs, in the sewers. I'd be willing to bet he's behind this riot, him and his Purity First henchmen. That's where he belongs, in the sewers.
Hey, Adam, is it too much to ask to be allowed to go home after a hard day's work? Some hoops, a bag of chips, and a can of beer. Let a player play. Some hoops, a bag of chips, and a can of beer. Let a player play.
Adam, have you seen the footage everyone's talking about? I did. I don't know what the big deal is all about. Super soldiers is a bit of an exaggeration. I did. I don't know what the big deal is all about. Super soldiers is a bit of an exaggeration.
This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you.
Alright, oh, new newspaper. Nation warned to prepare for state of emergency. Thomas Shea, executive director of FEMA, today warned the nation to be ready for emergency measures to be enacted in response to the sharp spike in domestic terrorism. He went so far as to suggest that martial law could be established if the matter is not resolved soon. Activist Isaiah Sandoval arrested. Detroit police have arrested Humanity Front activist Dr. Isaiah Sandoval on charges of terrorism. Sandoval stands accused of aiding in the bloody attack on Sarif Industries 6 months ago. He was found hiding in the Detroit sewer system in an attempt to elude police. The arrest was made after Humanity Front founder Bill Taggart accused his protege of terrorism following his speech at the Mullins Convention Center. Taggart's revelation was shocking to many, as Sandoval had risen to prominence on the anti-augmentation scene by publicly advocating non-violent solutions to the debate. Police press liaison Drew Lansing praised Mr. Taggart for his help. "We need more citizens to act like Mr. Taggart did. Without him, Sandoval might still be on the loose."
No, but I couldn't get out of this.
And talk to this guy.
One of the security guys told me that the police picked up Dr. Sandoval. He gave himself up after Taggart denounced him. Doesn't seem like something a fanatic would do, does it? Makes you wonder who might have been giving Purity First their orders. Doesn't seem like something a fanatic would do, does it?
I want to shut off the TV. Tired of listening to Eliza and Zhao.
I can't believe it. We get a visit from maybe the greatest mind of our time, and a riot breaks out. Makes us look bad. I saw him, by the way. Hugh Darrow in the flesh. What a thrill. I saw him, by the way. Hugh Darrow in the flesh. What a thrill.
Damn. This riot is the worst thing that could happen with the UN vote coming up. Controversy like this plays right into Taggart's hands. The violence doesn't help either. Controversy like this plays right into Taggart's hands. The violence doesn't help either.
I hate being trapped in here. Any idea how much longer it'll be before we can go? Any idea how much longer it'll be before we can go?
I can't believe that man. Did you see William Taggart speaking at the convention center? He practically started this riot. Why isn't David challenging him? This is his city. I know a debate isn't the best forum, but people need to hear our side. Why isn't David challenging him? This is his city. I know a debate isn't the best forum, but people need to hear our side.
I can't believe we're trapped in here until the police can clear the plaza. Who designed this building anyway? Shouldn't there be another exit? Who designed this building anyway? Shouldn't there be another exit?
I'm still in shock. Sarif gave some of us the news about our science team, Megan and the others. I still don't understand how they can be alive. They found bodies. I still don't understand how they can be alive. They found bodies.
I know this is for our own safety, but I want to go home. Couldn't we slip out the back way or something? The building can't be completely surrounded. Couldn't we slip out the back way or something? The building can't be completely surrounded.
Damn. This riot is the worst thing that could happen with the UN vote coming up. Controversy like this plays right into Taggart's hands. The violence doesn't help either. Controversy like this plays right into Taggart's hands. The violence doesn't help either.
Did you catch any of Taggart's speech tonight, Adam? It's making me rethink a lot of things. I know we say we're helping people, but maybe we're hurting them too. I think maybe we've been downplaying the dangers of augmentations, and that isn't right. I think maybe we've been downplaying the dangers of augmentations, and that isn't right. Isn't there some way we can get out of here? I just want to get home. I just want to get home.
Did you hear, Adam? The police got caught in a real firefight in the sewers with a bunch of Purity First terrorists. They must have a bigger following in the city than we thought. I bet they're behind this whole riot. They must have a bigger following in this city than we thought.
What about out here?
It was true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them? What do they think stopping us from going home and throwing a bunch of rocks is gonna do?
Well, I guess they want the UN to see how mad they are, so the delegates will do something about it.
We're just workers anyway. Whether the footage is real or fabricated or not, the people who shot it are more powerful than they can even imagine. Think they care what the people think?
My dog must be starving. Jensen, do you know how long it takes for a dog to starve to death? He just had an operation, too. We had to remove his eye last week, so now he's bumping into furniture and starving. He just had an operation, too. We had to remove his eye last week, so now he's bumping into furniture and starving.
Hey, Jensen, what do you think? I know we have a lot of contracts with DOD, but David would never build an army of augmented soldiers. Besides, don't they know how understaffed we are since we lost Megan and her group? Besides, don't they know how
Most of the office employees are gathered in the cafeteria, boss. No sense having them stay in their offices. No one's getting any work done tonight. No sense having them stay in their offices. No one's getting any work done tonight.
Jensen, I just heard on the scanner. Cops were in the shootout with the Purity First cell, right under our feet in the sewers. Cops tried to infiltrate, but the fanatics were on high alert. Must have been spooked or something. Cops think they may have been fighting each other. Cops tried to infiltrate, but the fanatics were on high alert.
Don't worry, boss. Things are under control. And sure, we're surrounded by an angry mob, but they can't get in here. And sure, we're surrounded by an angry mob, but they can't get in here.
We'll have to hang tight in here until the riot outside disperses. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do. Most of the employees made it out before the riot really got going. Whoever's left in here is going to have to stay until it all blows over. Whoever's left in here is going to have to stay until it all...
Hey, boss. Nothing much to report. The front door is secure, and no one will get in. Don't know what triggered this, but we're not getting out until it calms down. Don't know what triggered this, but we're not getting out until it calms down.
We got the whole team in to handle the situation, Adam. It's under control. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow was in here talking to Sarif, the father of augmentation technology. They'd mob rush the place. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow...
Nothing down there. Let me check this little tunnel. All right. Oops. Well, we can head out here now. I'm gonna go to the ground level first.
Jensen has instructed me to make sure none of us overreact. No unnecessary violence.
So what do we do if they start storming the front doors?
Just push them back. But here's the thing. If one of them manages to get inside, it's a free-for-all. You hear that, Kozak?
No kicking in teeth unless absolutely necessary. Got it, sir.
Let's run over to the front door and work our way backwards toward the stairs. The riot's still going on outside, apparently.
I wouldn't want to be augmented and be out there right now. Or be caught wearing a Sarif uniform. Not that I'm ashamed of the uniform, but there's no talking to those people. They tear me apart. Not that I'm ashamed of the uniform, but there's no talking to those people. They tear me apart.
Some of the employees got really scared. Piled furniture to block the entrance. Not that I blame them. And who knows what those crazies are capable of doing. Not that I blame them. And who knows what those crazies are capable of doing.
Christ. What's with this super soldier BS? I know we've done some work for the DOD, but come on. Some people are just looking for any reason to run riot. It's not like the Wings won the cup or anything. Some people are just looking for any reason to run riot. It's not like the Wings won the cup or anything.
Glad you're here, Mr. Jensen. Guess you didn't come in the front door, huh? Cops tried to seal off the plaza to control the riot. It seems to be working. Cops tried to seal off the plaza to control the riot. It seems to be working.
It looked pretty hairy for a while out there, but DPD seems to be getting it under control now. Mr. Sarif told us to stay inside. Thought if they saw Sarif uniforms, it might spark something uglier. Mr. Sarif told us to stay inside. Thought if they saw Sarif uniforms, it might spark something uglier.
I heard you were out there, Jensen. How bad is it? I hope no one's been hurt. Damn. Why does it always come down to violence? I hope no one's been hurt. Damn. Why does it always come down to violence?
You hear that out there, Chief? The natives are more than restless. They're crazy. Anyone pokes their head in, we got the okay to shoot, right?
Anyone pokes their head in, we got the okay to shoot, right?
Christ. What's with this super soldier BS? I know we've done some work for the DOD, but come on. Some people are just looking for any reason to run riot. It's not like the Wings won the cup or anything. Some people are just looking for any reason to run riot.
Same newspaper.
We'll have to hang tight in here until the riot outside disperses. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do.
Anyone sticks his head in through that front door is gonna be in for a nasty surprise. We may be overreacting, but considering the attacks lately, I'd rather not take a chance. We may be overreacting, but considering the attacks lately, I'd rather not take a chance. The team has been briefed on your orders, sir. Defense of this building is our #1 priority. Defense of this building is our #1 priority.
Once we were restraining this guy and they gave one kick too many. I shouldn't have kicked him at all, really. I mean, he was being held down. I shouldn't have kicked him at all, really. I mean, he was being held down.
So you're saying I can kill the guy if he gets past the door. And what if he gets one leg past? Is it still open season? And what if he gets one leg past?
Check the bathrooms right quick, although I don't think there's anything in here. I did notice that we can tap a computer we haven't been able to tap before. The reception desk is empty. It's unlocked, but... From Diane Gonzalez to Cindy Martinez. Reply, I'm sorry. No, I don't want to, Cindy, because it hurts too much. Next thing you'll be telling me to listen to that pirate DJ you liked so much. Now do us both a favor and drop it. Cindy Martinez, reception at si.corp.det wrote, don't be pissed at me, Di. All I meant was that maybe, just maybe, they made a mistake. It happens all the time on those crime scene shows, and we never actually saw the DNA results. Don't you want to hold on to hope? Even if it is just a dream. She was a friend, after all. From Athena Margulies to Cindy Martinez, keep an eye out. Cindy, don't be shocked to see Adam Jensen walking in tonight. I know he's not due back for several weeks yet, but the situation at the plant is such that we really need him. David assures me he's ready, and I trust David, but you should be aware that at least physically Adam is not quite the man you knew. Be sensitive. I know you have a hard time masking your emotions, but try not to let him see how different he looks. Inside, he's still the same person. Remember that. Athena. Athena Margulies, Executive Assistant, Sarif Industries. Alright, let's head up to level 2. Talk to these guys.
I heard you were out there, Jensen. How bad is it? I hope no one's been hurt. Damn. Why does it always come down to violence? I hope no one's been hurt. Damn. Why does it always come down to violence?
I wouldn't want to be augmented and be out there right now. Or be caught wearing a Sarif uniform. Not that I'm ashamed of the uniform, but there's no talking to those people. They tear me apart. Not that I'm ashamed of the uniform, but there's no talking to them.
Alright. Just stick our heads in each of the offices and check for people. I know which computers I can hack. I think there's supposed to be a conversation here, but I'm not hearing it.
I've been listening to the police scanner, boss. Trying to get some info? Get this. They found a Purity First facility in the Detroit sewer system. DPD special unit busted in. Found most of them passed out. What do you think, sewer gas? DPD special unit busted in. Found most of them passed out. What do you think, sewer gas? We're holding down the fort, Mr. Jensen. No word yet from Detroit PD on how much longer we'll be here. No word yet from Detroit PD on how much longer we'll be here.
We received word from DPD, Adam. They think the riot's run its course. Apparently they're just mopping up out there. Shouldn't be long before we can send people home. Apparently they're just mopping up out there.
Pritchard's computer we can hack. So let's do it.
Access granted.
Got the nuke virus and the 125 XP. couple more guards.
We'll have to hang tight in here until the riot outside disperses. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do.
Most of the office employees are gathered in the cafeteria, boss. No sense having them stay in their offices. No one's getting any work done tonight. No sense having them stay in their offices.
Okay. This is it for level 2, I think. Well, let's go up to level 3.
Most of the employees made it out before the riot really got going. Whoever's left in here is gonna have to stay until it all blows over. Whoever's left in here is gonna have to stay until it all blows over.
Okay. Anyone in here? No. Here's a guy to talk to.
Not sure if you heard, Jensen. Hugh Darrow's here, talking with the boss, I guess. Jesus, I thought that guy was dead. Mr. Sarif is calling in the big guns. He must be worried about the UN situation. Mr. Sarif is calling in the big guns.
We can rehack Adam's computer, which we'll definitely want to do.
Access granted.
I was going to say, I think I forgot to read those emails my first time. Okay, there's one more computer we can hack up here, but we still need to make sure we've talked to everybody. As usual, I suspect there's no one inside the bathrooms.
We got the whole team in to handle the situation, Adam. It's under control. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow was in here talking to Sarif, the father of augmentation technology. They'd mob rush the place. Imagine if they knew Hugh Darrow. They'd mob rush the place.
Don't worry, boss. Things are under control. Sure, we're surrounded by an angry mob, but they can't get in here. Sure, we're surrounded by an angry mob.
Okay, the computer in Office 32 we can hack. Let's do this right quick. Actually looks pretty basic.
Access granted.
That's done. I think these two are the last guys I need to talk to.
Hey, boss. Nothing much to report. The front door is secure. No one will get in. Don't know what triggered this, but we're not getting out until it calms down. Don't know what triggered this, but we're not getting out until it calms down.
We'll have to hang tight in here until the riot outside disperses. I wouldn't want to go out there right now. You never know what a mob like that can do. I wouldn't want to go out there right now.
Nothing in there. Okay, so let's head to the penthouse now.
Sarif?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientists yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, we had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
Alright, 250 XP for meeting Sarif in the penthouse. I think I never actually read that goal either. Yeah, cashing in old favors is the quest. Meet Sarif in the penthouse. Pritchard was supposed to track down Megan's team by finding the frequency at which their GPLs are now broadcasting, but Malik says he's not in the building. Looks like I need to check in with Sarif. Now, meet Malik at the helipad. According to Sarif, Pritchard was able to track down only one GPL signal, Vasily Sevchenko's. It's broadcasting from somewhere in Hengsha. Malik's waiting at the helipad to fly me back there. So we can't go in and talk to the others anymore. We can talk to this bodyguard.
You're Adam Jensen, right? The security chief here? Your men did a good job securing this building when the riot broke out. If anyone would have been able to breach the front door, we would have had to deal with them harshly, if you know what I mean. If anyone would have been able to breach the front door, we would have had to...
Okay, let's check the bathrooms. I see nothing in here. Before we leave, we can hack Athena's computer. Again. Let's do that.
Access granted.
All right. That's it. Let's go to the helipad. Now, one of the game's most difficult sequences, especially for a pacifist player, is coming up. I'll describe it to you at the start of the next video, but for now, let's just head over there.
Boss said we're heading back to Hengsha?
Pritchard tracks Sevchenko's GPL signal. If he's alive, there's a chance the rest of them are too.
That's a pretty big leap, Jensen.
We've been making big leaps for a while now.
Whatever you say. You ready to get going?
Yes, ready.
No time like the present. Let's get going.
Then hop in.
That's it for Sarif Industries. You never go back there either. Okay, it's going to play a cutscene, and I'm going to save immediately and call it a video.
Bad news, Spy Boy.
Spy Boy?
Hengsha Traffic Control just revoked our clearance. We're being rerouted to another part of the city.
I don't like that. I suppose you can't just ignore them.
Yeah, right. Chinese government. I've got to comply.
Bravo Echo Echo 008, proceeding to designated coordinates. What the hell?
We've got a SAM locked on our tail.
Jensen, all systems are down. Hang on, we're going in hard. Jump, Jensen!
Malik, we've got...
Okay. We're going to save here at the start of the Hengsha construction site, and I'm going to call it a video. This has been Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution. Sorry that one was so repetitive, but the glitch really gave me no choice, and I wanted to make sure you understand the way in which to proceed and still get everything proper. That said, I will see you next time for our second visit to Hengsha. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.